Hello and welcome to episode 3 of season 2 of the teppidPodcast, Monday Chester Pool League Archives. Tonight with me I've got Bridgewater captain on a Monday and probably a Thursday as well, Nick Allen. Hello Nick.
Hello.
Great. And also I've got the mad dog, Alan Kavanagh. How's it going, Al?
Yo, yo, yo.
Oh, fantastic. Right.
Good.
Brilliant. So we're going to be looking at one pocket today. You asked the question a few weeks ago, Nick, what is one pocket? And tonight it's going to be all about the game of one pocket, which originally comes from America. So let's get the video going in 3, 2, 1, play. We've got sound on as well tonight, chaps. So, stepping up for the lag, Alistair, Elliott, Andy Jackson, myself.
You've got that, mate, yeah? You'll break.
Alistair's won the lag.
Well, that's for each other, okay?
Bit of a shocker there for me, really. 26th of March 2015.
Oh, quite a while ago.
Alistair's selecting the left-hand pocket to play into. Nick, you don't remember this game at all, then?
No, I don't.
No, every ball, just pretend every ball's out. You go in that one, mate?
Yeah.
So the balls aren't racked in any order. It doesn't matter. Each ball counts as the same, and Alistair's going to have to play all his balls into the bottom left. I'm playing into bottom right as we look. He's left me a shot here to start off. I've missed that, but it's there for next time. Now there's a handicap in this. I'm playing off +2 and Alistair's playing off -2. So I need 10. Alistair's got 1 already. He needs 5. I need 6 balls to win. He's just not one of mine in, so I get that point, don't I, Al? Or do I not? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I get that point, right, yeah.
Yeah, you do, yeah. You do.
It's not foul. I just get the point for the more than that. Yeah.
No 2 shots or anything like that. Play from where the ball lands. Nick, any idea what's going on?
Not sure yet, no.
I'm going to try and double this yellow over.
Well, it's a good attacking start.
It's in the right vicinity.
No referee take it in this game.
No, we're left between ourselves. If you notice, if you've been quite astute here, you'll tell that this is the downstairs room in the on-cue glass. A great double from Alistair. So that puts him on 2. The plant would put him on 3.
That just gets us spotted. It's not a penalty.
Any balls not in the bottom 2 pockets get respotted on the black spot, or as close as you can to it.
I take it doesn't matter what colour.
No, forget about colours. Every ball just counts as 1. It might as well be 15 reds, or rather, yeah, 15 reds. You can see in the right there, that's a snooker table. I think there was a 9-ball table down there as well. You hire the downstairs room out.
Tell how echoey it is.
What's that, Al?
You can tell about how echoey it is.
Yeah, it's in an enclosed room, you're right. So I'm going to try and draw this round the back to try and I've not played that well. This isn't one of my best one pocket. It's not my best one pocket stuff. I'm still quite new to the game at this point. This was just an exhibition match that we'd film. It wasn't a part of a league or anything. So what I'm doing,
Three balls, mate. How many have you potted? 2 or 3?
2. Al's potted 2, right?
3. Oh, I potted 3, so you must be on 2.
You're not fooling me.
Hang on,
So,
have I potted 3? No, I potted 2. Oh, okay. I potted 2.
so I'm separating the balls at the bottom into 2 parts. Whether it be putting them in the rack underneath or the hole that they give you the balls in. It's another good effort from Alistair. I'm separating the balls I potted from the balls Al potted, and that will give us a score. So it's 2-2 at the moment in terms of balls potted. Takes me back to 0 and Alistair to +4. And you play to 8.
No, I'm on 2, you're on 3.
Alistair is on 3. 3 more balls to win. And I'm pretty sure we're playing best out of 3 tonight, something like that. You any the wiser, Nick?
I think I'm getting the hang of it, yes. Can you pot the black?
Yeah, the black. If it's potted legally, it won't come back up. If it's potted in one of the bottom 2 pockets, so yeah, forget.
You can't deliberately put the white in though.
It wouldn't benefit you, no. If you do pot the white, you lose or any other foul like not hitting a cushion or not hitting anything, then you lose a point. So you have to put one of your balls back on the table. And if you haven't got any balls, you put a tiny coin on. I'm sure you'll remember, Al. You put a tiny coin by in your pocket so that you know that you need an extra one. That's quite a good effort there from Alistair, getting his yellow over to the pocket. So all I can do really is not try and double things over. But I'm leaving that white safe there, you see, so Alistair hasn't got a shot into that pocket. You can't deliberate foul, Nick, but what he could do now is pot that yellow into the top pocket and just have it replaced because it's in a better position. Did he pot the white?
Tactical play in this.
What did you say, Al? No tactical play?
Yeah.
There could be a lot of tactical play in this game. In general, I mean, in one pocket.
Yeah. Well, especially if Alistair got a couple more balls in, then I would have really have to play negatively to make sure he didn't pot any more. I think that foul's helped me out a bit.
Yeah, do you think that shot was dreadful, Andy?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I thought these. Yeah, I've left him straight on as well. You're right.
Good shot by Alistair.
Yeah. He just needs to
I remember some of these frames that really only lasted nearly an hour. Some of the frames.
It's almost like potting a ball is equivalent to winning a frame sometimes. It can be so long.
I bet it didn't last long with Jeff though.
I'm sure you have, Nick. Probably at the cottage if it was a long game. And I like these tables.
And the good thing is you can deliberately pop up. Yeah.
Would you be putting that yellow there, Al, in the top
You
left?
could deliberately pop forward.
Yeah, I think I might.
Yeah.
I'm going to be going for a pot here.
I mean, that's one of the beauties of it. You can play the balls in any pocket, obviously down offside, and you can play them tactically. So you can pot a ball to stop someone else getting position on it.
That's it, mate. Yeah, that's it.
Well, Alistair's won that one.
Well played. Seems to have taken to this game.
Alistair's debut in one
The
pocket.
first game I had with Allied, he needed 5 balls. He only needed 5 balls, and I went Scottish player. Yeah, I beat him. I beat him on like 11, and then I nearly got 11 on the second one. So the first 6 frames were an hour. It was about 15 minutes to flat. Well played.
Me playing Aled in Aled's first game. But yeah, I just said I'd had 2 games with Aled that lasted an hour, and this one's lasted 5 minutes. So they can be really quick if the balls are open.
We'll take the same pocket. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm taking the same bag here. Yeah, you're right, Al. I mean, the main thing is not.
But sometimes you can. Go on.
I was just going to say, yeah, you're talking about potting balls to stop your opponent getting position, yeah. I mean, whether that be in one of the other 4 pockets or just playing a safety shot to make sure you're not leaving anything for your opponent. I mean, that's the main philosophy of this game. If you watch the professionals...
You could even play shots like that on the break.
Well, that's a foul break.
Yeah, I need just to hit 1 cushion. I've not managed. So I think it might have to re-rack him and let Alistair break off again, which I'm sure will benefit him. But yeah, I think a softer break is good. Just move your balls over to the your corner if you can. But
Can I have to put a coin down?
yeah, that's
Symbolise that I'm -1.
yeah, I'm on -1 and the coin down. I'm effectively on -3. Assume I'm going in the same pocket. I might have a shot here. Oh, I'm just trying to get this one on the rail across, I think. I did like these table to 1 pocket at the on cue, although this one downstairs, I'm not blaming my tools, but it didn't seem to run that well. But they had a lot of tables like this at the on cue before they brought in the Supreme Winner ones, which we've seen in the Steve Smith Memorial Cup and Teppid League Cup. These pockets were a bit bigger on these tables, which I thought was good for 1 pocket. Because you're doing a lot of doubles and lengthways doubles and stuff.
Yeah, I agree. The other thing as well is some people, I think, when they started to win frames, tried to go for the same pocket that they've won in previously.
Yeah, I did.
Hoping it was some kind of magic form.
Yeah, when I was watching them, yeah. I suppose it goes to show some players prefer playing into the left, some players prefer playing into the right, I suppose.
Yeah.
We'll play another. We played another game around this time called 9-ball doubles, which was the English equivalent of 9-ball banks. So again, I like using these tables because you're doing a lot of lengthways doubles and things, and they just fell nicer into these tables than in the Supreme ones. And I also noticed that if the ball was sort of tethering over the pocket, it would fall in on these tables. It kind of like sloped into the pocket a bit. So if you get the ball close enough to the bag, you get it in. I mean, I would actually get one of these tables and put it in my house and just use it for 1 pocket. I'm sure the on-cue will be getting rid of them at some point.
Possibly.
Well, they're talking about putting the whole thing downstairs, so maybe keeping this room and just...
Really?
Yeah, just knocking it through into where Connections is on Westminster Road.
So having a 2nd floor?
Yeah, the 2nd floor would probably be turned into flats or something. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
We could have a flat above a pool hall and possibly below another pool hall. Okay, I'm on a bit of a stride here. I've left myself a double of the yellow into the other corner.
I mean, one thing I think we always also tried to do as well was play balls on one side, on our side of the table. Tried to get them. That was something a strategy tried later on.
Yeah, I think with Alistair breaking off equivalently in both frames, the balls were a lot more open. So, I mean, if my soft break had been legal, you would have probably seen a lot more nudging balls over to the right pocket. That's a good effort from Alistair.
Yeah.
Good thin cut.
I think in my first season of one pocket, obviously I didn't adapt to the game, but then once the second season come, I think I started to adapt a lot better, and I started to use more tactical play, which it helped me go through the field better basically, and I started to win most of my games then. I was playing.
Yeah, I think it's mainly a safety game. You could say that black ball rules pool is an attacking game. One pocket's a defensive game. You only want to go for it when you know you can, when you know it's worthwhile going for it. Otherwise, you just want to play safety all day long. Just keep your opponent with no chance. I mean, Alistair's playing off two.
Weirdly,
here.
I seem to play better. I think I played better some of the long shots in this form as well.
Yeah, you find yourself with a lot of long shots, especially if you've got the white behind the bulk line. If the white goes in. So yeah, being able to make long shots is important in this game. And yeah, it's important to play safe, especially because Alistair was playing off +2, and I'm sure I played people who have had more of a head start. But Alistair needs 4 balls to win the game, so I want to make sure he doesn't have the chance of getting those.
Yeah, I think when I play Alistair once, he friggin' only had to score 2 in one of them because the way it was seeded.
Yeah, absolutely.
The way my handicap was done. I think I won the game overall, but he won the first frame because of that.
Yeah,
I think I won the next 2.
We'll find out when we get through to go through the results. But I think it's all stations go at the moment. I've got a 3-ball plant. I've missed that, and I don't know why I've hit it so hard, because I've moved my balls away from the pocket. It's not really benefited me, and I mean, it wouldn't have helped Alistair if he'd got the balls near my pocket either. He wouldn't have been able to double them, I don't think. But nonetheless, it's quite safe. What I've done there just doesn't help me very much. 11 balls on with 4 down.
Oh shit. I was on -1, my should be spotted ball. It's got to be spotted.
I am peeling my zinc Alistair.
You're -1.
Alistair's got a coin up now, he's on -1. So 3 fouls and no pots.
3 now. I thought it was all 4.
So I think I'm on about 4 at the moment. And I need 10.
Somebody eat him.
Hmm?
Oh, it's out. Big Al's eating. I can tell. I thought I could hear noise. What the hell was that?
Yeah, I'm not adapting. I mean, yeah, you're not proficient with the rules, are you, of this game? But you can tell that was a bad shot.
Come on, Alistair. Put some
I
balls.
mean, you can tell that Alistair needs. He's on -1, so he needs 6, doesn't he? He needs 4 anyway. No, he needs 5. He needs 4, and he needs that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means I need all the balls left on the table less 1. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 8? I think I need about 8 to win. So, but I seem to have potted a few more. I've potted 4 because there are 11 balls on. No, I've potted 5 because one of those balls is Alistair's coin. point is, I'm quite comfortably ahead at the moment. All the balls are down the wrong end of the table. But that one is going to be spotted, and I've got a chance for a double here. No, I can do this. I mean, it's been a long time. I played with my mate Marcus in Leeds on a table in our accommodation, so I do remember the rules because I played about 2 years ago, 2 and a bit years ago. And that's missed by a long shot. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 balls on. That's a good shot. Right, it makes it easy now. There are 10 on. Alistair can take his little coin off the table and put that ball back up. But you don't do it until you finish your visit. That's the other thing. But it's equivalent because he's just fouled now anyway, so he's still got his coin on. This is your one pocket watcher on, people. We do have a quiz question tonight, and if you can remember back to episode 2 of the first series, our guest tonight, Alan Kavanagh, was playing, and he won his frame against a Grosvenor.
Must be back on -1 again. Yeah. What happens that ball not there to spot?
I'm on. Did I just say I was on -1?
Yes, you did.
I must be on less because there were only about 10 balls on the table.
Well, that's what you said.
So if it's a -1, it means I've only potted one. One of them was Alistair's, which he should have potted.
We need another ball to spot. So only ones we spot.
Right, there are 11 balls on. So I need. So it means I've potted 4, but it doesn't. It means I've potted 5 because Alistair's owed a ball. And that's awful. But I need at
Why are we
least.
being so hard?
I need at least 5 balls. Put it that way. I can only. Well, yeah. I mean, I am hitting him hard. Too hard, but Alistair's hitting him hard as well. I think the table's not got much life in it. I think it's quite a slow table. But yeah, I should be leaving them over the pockets really, providing I don't leave them short and foul. There you go, that's the one. I'm just hitting them firm, I think. So, in your game against the Grosvenor, Al, did you win it? Well, I'll ask Nick first. Did Big Al win because the other player knocked the black in the wrong order? Because he knocked the black off the. Sorry, because. I've got one there. I've got one. So that's a run of 2. So, did Big Al knock the black in the wrong order? Did he follow? Sorry, did the opponent of Big Al knock the black in the wrong order? Did he follow the white in with the black? Did he unscrew his cue? Or did he put his hand in the pocket to get the white out? This is a bit more like it. Any ideas, Nick?
I think I'm going to say he unscrewed his cue.
Al, do you remember?
Didn't the white go off in apples?
You're gonna have. I'm not gonna give you the answer to this one tonight. You're gonna have to go back and watch the episode, or at least listen to it. So, I can imagine I'm not too far off winning this one at the moment. There are 8 balls
Alistair potted a
left.
ball in this race.
What, Nick?
Has Alistair actually potted a ball in this race?
No, he's on -1. He did pot one, but he fouled again straight after. He's left me on there. I'm sure I'm going to try and screw this back to try and get position. On one in the top left. Yeah. Worked out okay.
Bit hampered.
Yeah, I'm going to have to lift my butt up over red here. I mean, this was one I can play slowly. Well, I imagine I could have played it slowly. It's not a good shot. I've left Alistair on here. And if he can get back to 0, I'm sure I can definitely tell you how many balls I need. Right, so 4, 5, 6. There's 7 balls on. I'm probably going to say something now. Seven balls on, and I've potted. It means there are 8 balls potted. I think I need just one more, because Alistair needs 5, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But he in effect, yeah, he needs 4 because of his handicap. He needs 1 because of the coin. He's nearly got one there. So I need every ball left but 1. I think I must need 3. So I've potted 7. Yeah, I'll go with that anyway. So let's talk One Pocket League then, the original One Pocket season. And the first match was on the 2nd of March 2015 on a Monday. That's one for me, Alistair.
It's my bag in it.
What I'm saying there. That could be my new quote, couldn't it? One for me. I can't do much with this.
Two of you.
Well, yeah, the first One Pocket match, Monday 2nd of March 2015, was indeed Simon Popplewell v Ron Wilson, and they played twice. So with Simon Popplewell breaking first, it was 1-1, and with Ron Wilson breaking first, it was 1-1. So
Very good view of that. Didn't touch my tip at the white. On the way past.
that means I've penalised myself now. I'll put a ball back on the table for a double hit. I think sometimes I let these go in the American One Pocket, but it's a good habit. Yeah, you can check out lots of One Pocket games on YouTube. Legally, you've got the likes of Alex the Lion, Pagalion, Shane Van Boning, people like that. They're all playing One Pocket on American pool tables on the internet. They have tournaments. I think the player Billy Thorpe, who played in the last Mosconi Cup team for America, he's a reigning Derby City One Pocket champion. So you can see them play the same, exactly the same rules, but you can probably see they play a bit, probably give you more of a better defensive representation of the game than what me and Alistair are showing. I mean, that shot.
Speaking of Billy,
What would you say, Hal?
I'd say, speaking of Billy Four, we won the Thingy Cup. We won the Moscone Cup back a lot easier last year, didn't we?
Yeah. I mean, it was exciting because USA won it 2 years in a row. I mean, it might have not helped them that they couldn't go out. They were in quarantine for the whole time with no fresh air, the Americans. But I suppose the Europeans were as well. But yeah, I think the Europe team was stronger than what it's been in the last couple of years.
Didn't a lot of the US top players drop out though? They didn't want to play.
No, it was just Justin Bergman who had coronavirus, couldn't come over. Corey Jewell had to come over short notice, and he wasn't prepared for it. The last shot there we saw from Alistair, where he's played his red into the corner and the white into the opposite corner pocket, which are the two pockets which aren't being used. As well as that one where he's doubled my ball in. You know, this isn't. It's not a good idea of what one pocket is, but it gives you a good representation of the rules. Alistair's now got -3, and he's got 3 coins on the table there now to represent that, because he hasn't got the balls to put them back up. Yeah, I mean, well, I'm sure I've seen 4 or 5 in all fairness, you know, in games that we've played in. I mean, the second one pocket league, the second one pocket league match, before you've even come into it, Al, was a week later, and it was Marcus Turner versus Andy Jackson. Marcus playing off -2, me playing off +2, just like tonight. That's right. And then I've won that one 2-0, and then we've played again, and the handicap has changed. I think that's why it was 2 games of 2. And then I was in off +3 and Marcus was off -3, and I've won again 2-0. So that again would have changed the handicap, I think. But yeah, then that same night, or maybe even at the same time, Alan Kavanagh played Alan Davis. That ball will get respotted on the middle. Do you remember that one, Al? Your first one pocket game?
No, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, yeah. So you're both playing off no handicap, and you've broken first, and Aled's won that one 2-0. But then you played again. Aled's playing off +1. You're playing off evens, and it's 1-1 in the second match. So then consistently we're playing the following Monday, the 16th of March, and it's Ron Wilson versus Marcus Turner this time. I don't remember Marcus playing so often, if I'm honest with you. That's down, it's going to get respotted. So Marcus is now playing off -4 because of it's 2 losses against me, and it's Ron Wilson off evens 1, Marcus Turner 1. And then Ron Wilson's won 2-0 in the next match. I assume that's with the same handicap after the draw. So that takes us to the following week. We're very consistent here. Monday 23rd of March 2015. See if I can pop this in the corner and run round. Sort of, yeah. Probably just need one more ball here. So it's me playing off +4 and Aled playing off +1, and it's 1-1. So the handicap stayed the same, and Aled beats me 2-0 in the second. I must still need another ball, or maybe I'm just playing to. Yeah, you just play until your break's over, even if you've already won. So I'm pretty sure I've already won at this point. So yeah, Aled's beating me 2-0 in the next match there. So that changes my handicap to +3 as opposed to +4.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah.
And then it's Simon Popplewell versus Alan Kavanagh. and it's Simon Popplewell 1, Alan Kavanagh 1. You're both playing off evens. And then Alan Kavanagh 1, Simon Popplewell 1. So absolutely nothing to give there. Do you remember playing Simon, Al? Do you remember?
No. I don't remember anything much apart from
In the first league.
that first year was a learning thing for me, and then I was a lot better in the second year.
Yeah, albeit the second year not being concluded. I mean, it was, 3 days after that. I mean, yeah, you can understand me talking to Alistair about the time I played Elliott. So it's 3 days after that, and we're back here on the Thursday, 26th of March, for this one pocket exhibition match, myself and Alistair. But yeah, I mean, fair play to everyone being punctual for these. It was Monday the 30th of March 2015, and Aled Davis playing off +1 against Ron Wilson. Ron Wilson's won 2-0, and then Ron Wilson's won 2-0 again in the second. I think I've buggered up the handicaps here, in all fairness, because I've got Aled down as +1 and Ron off evens for both of them. I mean, +1 means you need an extra ball, you're not given one. And then it's Alan Kavanagh versus Ron Wilson. And yeah, Alan, there's absolutely nothing to give here as well, because you're playing off evens. Alan Kavanagh 1, Ron Wilson 1, Ron Wilson 1, Alan Kavanagh 1. And then the final game on the 30th of March, me playing off +3 against Simon Popplewell, and Simon's beating me 2-0. And then Simon Popplewell 1, Andy Jackson 1, me playing off +2. And yeah, we're into the 6th of April, the following week. Alan Kavanagh versus Marcus Turner. Do you even remember playing Marcus, Al?
I think so.
So, what do you think the score was here? Nick, what do you think the score was? Judging by the all of Alan's results being, well, apart from the 2-0 opener loss against Al Davis, every single frame has been 1-1. So yeah,
I'm going to go 1 each.
1 each, yeah. Marcus playing off -5 in that one. So very tough ass. That means that, yeah, like you say, Al, when you're playing the likes of Alistair and Marcus, sometimes you've got a big deficit to overcome. So Marcus playing off -5, he only needed 3 balls. So he's got them in 2 of the. In fact, he was off +5 in both of them. So he only needed 3 balls, and you needed 8. Okay, so I mean that a whole month goes by, and it's Monday the 4th of May 2015. Yeah, sorry, that's right. Monday the 4th of May 2015, and it's Ron Wilson versus Simon Popplewell in the final. Both playing off 0, and they're playing 4 frames. So, does anyone remember what the score was in that?
Didn't Simon win?
Yeah, Simon was the first one pocket champion, winning 3-1. So that's a bit of history. And yeah, we'll move on to the next match. But before we do that, we'll talk about the 9-ball doubles. And we've got a night at the On Cue here where we played some doubles. It's the 23rd of August 2016. We've got a pre-season tournament here, and I believe, Nick, I owe you an apology.
Why?
You said that Chris Cotton had been down the On Cue Club, and I was telling you it wasn't true. But soon after we'd said that, I immediately remembered that he'd had an argument with Barry the landlord over something. I can't remember the details of it, but Chris wasn't a fan of the On Cue, and he never went back. So yeah, it was this one night where he did come to the On Cue. So I've got some results here, and I can't make a lot of sense out of all of them, but I've got Nick Allen 4, Ricky Bill 5 in the 9-ball doubles. I'll just explain what 9-ball doubles is in a bit more clarity then. So you write the balls up like you do in 9-ball in America in a diamond formation. You break them up and you get a point every time you double it in, but you have to call which double you play with, or at least that's how it should be played. You have to hit a cushion. If you foul, you have to put a ball back on the table like you do in one pocket, and when you get to 5 you win 5 doubles. And then of course you could throw handicaps in there as well, mean that you need 7 or you need 3. We've got Ricky Bill 1, Chris Cotton 6. Now I imagine Chris Cotton needed 6 due to the handicap, and Ricky Bill would have needed 3, yeah. Alistair, Elliott 1, Andy Jackson 6. I'd have needed to double 6 balls. Alistair would have needed to double 3. Nick Allen 1, Ron Wilson 6. Do you remember these, Nick?
No, I don't.
Nick Allen 1, Ron Wilson 6. So you would have needed 3 against Ron, he needed 6. Ron Wilson 4, Andy Jackson 0. I think I remember that one. Ron Wilson needed 4, I needed 6. But here we go, we've got an actual game of pool here which you might like. Nick Allen 2, Chris Cotton 0.
Yes!
There we go. See, that's one. I mean, you wanted clarification that you beat him. Yeah, a bit of a rivalry.
Yeah.
And until you get to heaven, you're not beating him again. So it's good that you've got that too.
Someone who can't play pool apparently beat you, Chris.
What's that?
Apparently I can't play pool. He told me last time I saw him.
I mean, yeah, you've taken advantage of Chris being in a right rotten mood that night, and you've beaten him. Not saying you wouldn't have beaten him anyway. So, yeah, I mean, some of the sort of results you might be interested in. When we did the registration for the Chester Pool League at the Foxes in Chester, you know, the AGM pre-season registry, we did a little pre-season tournament on the 1st of it must have been before we started Cross Foxes 17, the 1st of September 2016. Alistair Elliott 1, Ron Wilson 2, and Ron Wilson won a tournament and he qualified to play in the Shield. Well, I would have thought he'd be allowed to play in it anyway, Ron Wilson, being in every other one. And Nick Allen 1, Andy Jackson 2. But we did actually have a 9-ball doubles UK Championships, and we will talk about that and the most recent UK One Pocket Championships, as I called it, the UK One Pocket Championships, because as far as I knew they weren't doing any other one pocket competitions in the UK at that time, and they're probably still not. But yeah, we'll talk about the most recent one pocket, which is 2016, as we continue with the video.
So that was 1-1, that was a draw. Yeah. So I played again. So I'll play first this time. Yeah. What time are we at now? 20 past 9, so it's 24, 40.
I'm just saying the time's 20 past 9. racking them up again. Tonight's fun fact.
It's you two again.
You're not treated to much variety tonight, I'm afraid, Nick.
Oh. Is that like out? Is that the quality players up tonight then?
Sorry,
We recorded this and it wasn't a league match.
do you want to back and forth? Are you happy with doing it yourself? Yeah.
I'm sure Alistair doesn't mind whether I rack him or he racks him himself.
I'll take the same pocket.
I don't think Alistair like racking, did he?
No, he couldn't be bothered, could he? We're yeah, we're sticking the same pockets. Have I foul braked again? I'm just checking my cues straight. No, yeah, there we go. I've broken off and I've done a sensible break, so we can actually see that this should be a more typical game of one pocket now. For any viewers looking to start playing this sport. I thought I'd taken the same pocket. I'm not sure what Alice is playing at there. It's giving me a dolly here. Would you be clearing these up, Al? Getting a good 5 or 6 balls in?
I try and get at least 2 or 3.
Yeah, key is just a screw back. Yeah. No extra benefit for potting 2 in one go. We'll try and keep running score on this one, so that's 2-0 to me. This still hasn't fouled. I think I've just completely leathered that just to try and screw back and get some position.
We've got a nice shot.
Like, what? It wasn't the nicest shot I've seen of that one. About. Yeah, I mean this isn't a good exhibition of pool, but it's good for. It's a good exhibition of one pocket just to show people what it is. It's the only footage we've got of one pocket.
Wow.
Fun fact tonight, I had to change it because I heard something really interesting yesterday. Because Southampton were had not conceded a goal in the FA Cup. That was 3-0. A reminder that I'm playing +2, so I'm playing to 10. They did eventually concede to Leicester when Iheanacho scored. But who was the last team to win the FA Cup without conceding a goal? It's 4-0 on the strike. 5-0 on the race to 10 balls. If I tell you the year, it might help you. 1903 was the year.
1903.
Does you mean
Oh,
do you mean 93?
1903, any ideas? I don't know
Man United.
I don't know how good your football history is, Nick.
Man United.
Try and think of somebody which wouldn't be. Think of a team which isn't at all obvious to many people, but it's quite obvious to you, Nick.
Ooh.
Nearly.
Would it happen to be Barry?
Yeah, Bury Football Club. Here's a nice fat for you.
I know they won the FA Cup 6-0 once at the final.
Yeah, that could have been that year. They didn't concede in that one, did they?
Very, very good.
Exactly, very, very, very good indeed.
Just to put out as well,
Let's take the back one day.
you can do deliberate.
Let's hope
You
so.
can do deliberate fouls. Sorry, I should say you can deliberately pot your opponent's ball into their pocket, and it's not a foul. It's not a foul. It just counts for the opponent, like you've seen. But you can do that deliberately, so, as well as accidentally. You can deliberate foul. There's no penalty, but you will lose a point if it's any other. If it's a foul. And there's no penalty for potting the ball in any other form. So you can do that as much as you like.
There's some clarification of the rules by Andy Jackson. Well, yeah, I'm sure Bury will make it back into the Football League. You'd take the place of one of the 6 teams which is going to be leaving us.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind taking one of the Manchester clubs.
Say that again, Nick. I was playing a shot.
I wouldn't mind taking it. I wouldn't take taking over Liverpool or Man United or Man City's place.
Just take it straight away.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling we're playing 4 frames tonight, so we've drawn the first match 1-1 because that was a style at the time. So I've potted 7. I need 3 more. What, Nick?
What country's Everton owner from?
What?
What country is your owner from?
Our owner?
Yeah.
China, Changbia, right?
No. From Pakistan, I think.
It seems to be all these clubs a lot of them seem to be American owners.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously Bury's downfall. He didn't have any owner at all in the end. Or you had an. I mean, that was an English owner, wasn't it? That completely left you in the.
Yes,
trap
it
hole.
was. Yes.
Yeah.
And the owner before that was English as well.
I think Al's making it quite easy for me in this one.
I have a quiz question for you, Andy, so you can work it out.
Oh, good.
There was somebody won the lottery once and put money into a football club. Which football club was it?
Burnley.
No. Burnley.
Shame the money ran out so quickly, isn't it? What year was that in? 90s, right? Noughties?
No, I think it was like 90, yeah.
Well, I mean, Alistair's not giving us the pleasure of watching me clear these up, but yeah, I've won that one.
Yeah.
Alistair getting rid.
That's it, mate.
Well, what we can do actually, we probably want to see a league table of the first One Pocket League. So Ron Wilson was top of the league with 9 points, a win, 2 byes and 3 draws. Simon Popwell second with a win and 5 draws and 7 points. And then Alistair Davis, who was on +1, 2 wins, 2 byes, and 2 draws.
Which pocket do you go for? That one.
No, I'll say that's minus 2 buys. I don't know how minus 2 buys. That'll be interesting. Oh, he's just not moved anything.
It's not a foul break.
Yeah, he's got 1 to
Only
the
one ball
cushion.
needs to hit.
So Alistair and me on 6 points. Luckily, we didn't have to compete to see who came third. And Alan Kavanagh, you're on there with 5 draws and a loss, as we've already talked about. 5 points. Marcus heading up the rest with 2 draws and 2 points and 2 buys against him. So I mean, people have played. Yeah, people have. I've basically used a Swiss system again there, which I started using in the Teppid League Cup of 2015. So Ron Wilson top of the pile, but lost in the final. Now this is a bit more interesting. Again, we're choosing the same pockets. At least all the balls are down the right end. I think if I can just push them towards my pocket. But if I try and cut this, I'm going to be knocking a lot of my balls down the other side of the table. Yeah, see how that just dropped there? If it was slow enough, they'll just drop. You know, even if they're not head on down the middle of the pocket. And I've not got a shot here. So yeah, the One Pocket Championships of 2016 was a bit depleted. You're right. I mean the quarter final. Marcus Turner playing off -4, Simon playing off +1, the reigning champion, and that didn't get played. But Tuesday, 16th of February 2016 at 8 o'clock, quarter final, Alan Kavanagh playing off +1, 4, Alistair playing off -4, 2. So we've gone for the longer matches, but yeah, you're right there, Al. You've been playing to 9, and Alistair's only needed, I mean, you know, a lot less than he needs in this match. He only needs well, he needs 4 balls, doesn't he? He needs 4 balls to win, and he needed 6 against me, which he got in the first one. So you've beaten him 4-2 there, Al. And then the semi-finals. I'm in the semi. I haven't played. And yeah, this is the last match. Al, the semi-final. Ron Wilson playing off +2. Big Al, you playing off +1. And do you remember the score in that one?
2-0.
Tuesday, 23rd of July 2016 at 8:30 from the On Q Club. No, we're playing first to 4 in these matches now, Will.
Is it 3-1?
First to 4.
4-1.
No.
Oh, 4-1.
No.
4-2.
No.
Or
4-3.
No.
was it 4-0?
4-0.
4-3.
Yeah. No, it wasn't 4-3 there. 4-0 to Big Al,
And
yes.
it was, and it was.
He allowed you 1-4, you miserable sod. You couldn't let him with 1-3.
And then me and you never got to play the final, did we?
No. I mean, I don't know if you could still technically play the 2016 final in 2022 or whatever we can. Yeah, but
Probably
yeah.
both be playing like Alistair now.
What'd you say? Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Well,
Probably both be playing like
well,
Alistair now.
Alistair's been playing, you see, because where he's at, they've got a pool table, so
He might kick you off.
he's been playing killer. Yeah, he'll kick all of our asses.
Boy.
He's been watching these videos as well, so he's been putting his negatives right. He's assured me he has. But he's probably not won so many games tonight because the green jacket is not a feature. But yeah, there it was, Al. Beating Ronnie 4-0, albeit needing 6 to Ronnie's 8. You've needing 7 to Ronnie's 8. You've beaten him 4-0 then. I think you completely mastered the game by that point, haven't you? You feel a lot more confident in the game.
I think I was on a real roll. I think I beat Alistair and Alan. I think I beat Simon and Alan as well early on.
I don't have any more fixtures apart from that. I don't think we did a group stage. I mean, Simon. I assume Alistair didn't play in it, and Simon's not turned up to play Marcus. And you've beaten Alistair 4-2 comfortably. With that big handicap deficit to deal with. Needing 8 balls to Alistair's 4. Yeah, so that's one pocket. And you can't, before anyone's thinking, oh, I'll go out and play it down the court. You need to make sure that you don't play it on a coin-operated table, because you'll be spending a lot of money. Because every time you have to replace a ball, you have to put more money in. You need a free table, put it this way, if you're going to play one pocket. So get down a pool hall. Don't get down your local boozer where you put 50s or pounds in. And I wouldn't really say you could play winner stays on this game. I think you're going to have to set aside. Well, we're probably playing 4 games in an hour, but I think I was saying I played Alistair and it was a game an hour, so you need to set aside a good bit of time.
It's not foul.
I think you need to set aside a couple of hours to play 4 frames at least, to really enjoy it and not rush it. But yeah, if you're listening, just give it a go with your mates. Although I've been a bit unsure about how many balls we've needed while we've been playing these. Pretty much, well, I have got the rules down, so if you want to message me, you can ask me if you've got any queries, or just check it out. Google Wikipedia one pocket or 9-ball doubles, or watch some of the pros play these games online. You'll see the Americans are more prominent playing these games, but I'm sure some European games give it a shot. European players, but yeah, you'll rarely see it, as you've been treated to tonight. One pocket on a English pool table, but it does work. Possibly a bit harder because you have smaller pockets. Yeah. Left myself a thin cut here. But no coins on the side is indicative that Alistair has not fouled. Not that he's potted. Went in quite easily. Nick, are you getting to grasps with what's going on? Not yet?
Yes, I think so, yes.
Yeah, I don't think it's too hard to. I've just fouled there. We spot my ball on the table. Is it a game you think you'd like to play a bit, Nick?
Yes. I don't know where I'd play it.
Yeah, you'd have to go to Riley's, I think.
Sure.
Probably.
Find a suitable opponent.
Yeah.
one of us the obvious choice if we're available.
Probably, yeah.
Ball's not frozen to the cushion.
Big Al, what's your analysis of this match then you've seen tonight?
Well, Alistair's not up to much on it, is he?
He played well in the first frame.
Well, I think it's a much fairer game overall. Yeah, I think it's much fairer overall, though, saying that, because it's a lot more tactical game. I mean, those who did play it tactically, which I did in the second year, they had more control of the game than the ones who just went aggressive and tried to put everything. So I think it allowed Alistair more potential to win games in this overall.
I think the handicap system you can put in as well makes a big difference.
Yeah, sure.
But you can see
because you could make a break. You could make a break, like you could break on one side of the balls, try and push them over. I think like Alistair did on a couple of occasions against me, and the balls are right there to pop straight away. And so it'd be better than nothing you can do because you can't go on the table.
Yeah, I'm just trying to double your balls over, and yeah, it can be over in a flash like the first one if Alistair gets in. Or Marcus, as was another opponent of both of ours. Fouled there, so I have to put that ball back up and get another ball back up. So you'll see two balls being respotted there. But you can also see if you attack too much, it can be dangerous. You can see Alistair having 3 coins on the table and just completely losing his advantage in the second frame. But yeah, if I'd have played Alistair for the same amount of time in Black Ball rules pool, or even Monday rules probably, I'm sure he won't mind me saying, it probably would have been about 8 frames to 2 or something like that. I think I mean, if I win this one it will be 3 frames to my 1, but technically 2 different frames, so a draw and a win, which constitutes a close game, a close night of pool really. Yeah, certainly not as good as exhibition of my potting as you've seen over the weeks. Let's just set me up there. So yeah, we've had a fun fact from Nick. Have you got anything for us tonight, Al? Any anecdote or fact? Anything?
Always play pool with a duck.
With a duck?
What? What did he say?
Always bring the chalk with you.
I thought you said in the dark. I thought it was like practice your guitar in the dark, play pool in the dark to become better. That's it. Make sure you're well chalked up. Make sure you, especially after COVID, you might not be able to use anyone else's chalk.
Did you plot one recently? No, recently.
He hasn't plotted one recently.
Recently? No, recently. No, just in this case. Yeah, change it. I think I'd already counted that one that you. Yeah.
I feel he might have been asking Alistair about how he's getting on at the care home or something like that. It's volunteering. Just strictly talking about pool. I don't think I need that many more here. So we'll talk about the 9-ball doubles, the UK version of 9-ball banks, Championships 2016. And I brought in a couple of stipulations, I think, to make it a bit easier because of how frustrating it could be if you're not playing well, because having to double more balls in than fouls you make is sometimes pretty difficult. So I came up with a couple of versions of the game for the knockout. So I'd call some games CO, which means clean only, and they were the tough games where you have to make sure you double. Well, I think this was quite a bog standard kind of double. When you double it, you can't double it off another ball. So yeah, clean only, calls not needed, which means you don't have to call which pocket you're playing your ball into, and your fouls don't count. And CC means clean and calls. So you have to call balls and you have to hit them in clean, but fouls still don't count. And then FC, fouls count and clean and calls. So yeah, there was no I didn't give anyone the privilege of doubling balls off other balls. You have to make all your balls clean, no matter what version of the game you're playing. But so we'll go into the round one. It's Marcus Turner versus Aled Davis. Marcus Turner 2. That'll be respotted. Marcus Turner 2. Alistair Davis. Sorry, not Alistair Davis. Aled David 5. So you didn't need to call, and your fouls didn't count in that one. Just as Alistair Elliott and Nick Allen. Do you remember that one? Do you remember playing this game at all, Nick? You say no.
No.
So it was Alistair Elliott 2, Nick Allen 5. So you lost against Chris Cotton the previous. No, sorry, it wasn't Chris Cotton. You lost the previous time. But you've beaten Alistair in the first round quite comfortably here. And well, that's it for the round one. Then we're getting into the quarterfinals. So you have to call your shots in this one as well. But it's Alan Kavanagh and Aled Davis, and the match wasn't played. Nor was Simon Popplewell and Nick Allen. So either it got late or Simon wasn't there, I don't know.
Simon wasn't there, I don't think.
Oh, good memory. Okay. But I've got a couple of quarterfinals that did get played. 10 days later, a month and 10 days later, on the Monday the 28th of March 2016 at 8:30. Ron Wilson playing off +1 for Ricky Bill 4. So Ricky Bill goes through because he only needed 4. And I've also got Ryan Wellsbury 3. I've got nothing there. It's not printed off properly. But that set up a semi-final of Ricky Bill and Ryan Wellsbury. But nothing else was played in that tournament. So that's as far as we got with the 9-ball doubles competition. But as with the one pocket, if you want to check it out, check out 9-ball banks on YouTube and see some of the Americans play to a decent standard. Another couple of famous American pool games. I don't know what your pool knowledge is like, Nick, but I'm sure you know one of the big American pool games. We've just been talking about it, and it was featured in the film Colour of Money with Tom Cruise. What game is that?
9-ball.
9-ball pool, yeah. And the film, which came out several years earlier, starring again Paul Newman, Jackie Gleason and George C. Scott, was called The Hustler. It was a black and white film featuring Fast Eddie versus Minnesota Fats. many all-night battles that they had over the course of the film. You might see a couple of fancy trick shots, probably dubious trick shots in that film as well. But what code of pool was being played in that film? Any ideas? Have you seen The Hustler, Al? But that game was straight pool, where you just call your shots. You play any ball, you call your shots. You try and run all the balls out. You can double something if you call it.
You have to go to the toilet, mate. I'm embarrassed.
So I'm going up while I go upstairs to the toilet. Can you think of any other codes of pool?
as well.
Oh yeah, pool. Can you think of any other types of pool? I'm sure you can think of a game which is like pool, which people who are not from Chester that are listening might not know about. Played on a slightly different table. Kind of capsule shapes at one side.
American Temple.
Might as well point out as well.
Yeah, 10 ball's another variation. Yeah, just like 9 ball, but with 10 balls.
Might be on 2, not sure.
And there's also 6 ball.
Say it won't matter.
Same principle.
We missed you, but it wasn't a foul.
Yeah, I had a computer game for the PC called Pool Paradise several years ago, and you could play different versions of pool on that. 14 to 1 was one of the games, which is pretty much like straight pool. But yeah, I'm talking about Bagatelle, Nick. Do you want to explain to the viewers what Bagatelle is?
Roller table and pool table. Cups instead of pockets, and the cups are numbered to 1 to 9, and the black where the pocket goes in is worth double, and the most you can score in a game in one stick is 54.
That's a very good explanation. It's a lot better than I would have been able to give. Yeah. Of course, you've played in the Bagatelle League probably more than once, haven't you?
Yes, I'm the captain of one of the local pub teams.
Are you looking for players?
For the lodge. The lodge in Hull, for people who know Manchester.
Lodge in Hull, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and a similar game would be bar billiards, I suppose. And there's a Russian game. One of the Moscone Cup players, can't think of his name, but the rookie this year, he played this Russian game. He's from Russia. There's probably, I mean, we often talk about old rules, we talk about world rules, black ball rules, but there are lots of different types of pool out there.
But people who like the snooker, Ricky Walton has played that himself.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, of course, local boy himself.
Or just be spotted that way? Or was that from before? No, I don't think so.
Well, Snooker's a game which doesn't seem to vary much. The rules are set in stone. You can play with 6 reds or 10 reds. You can play in a 3/4 size table. You could even, well, if you're a kid growing up in the 90s, you probably had a 5-foot or a 6-foot snooker table in your conservatory or somewhere.
Bedroom.
Or your bedroom, yeah. So you could play snooker with smaller size balls, about the same size as English pool size balls. But yeah, snooker's pretty much the same.
I think somebody's fallen asleep here. I think Al's gone to sleep.
Hard day at the office. He's eaten and worked hard. I don't think I would have done well if we were playing 9-ball doubles. I'm not knocking much in on the double in. But yeah, this is basically one pocket, folks.
I played the same shot.
And
If I was defending.
if anyone's listening, if you want to express any interest in playing in one pocket tournaments in the future, who knows, we could get that going. But yeah, I think pool is his downfall in many ways, that there are so many variations. I think snooker is a bigger sport. Yeah, it does require more skill typically, but because the rules are consistent across the globe, and they're using it as a test event for getting things going again after coronavirus. Recording this as the World Snooker Championship is going on. Have you been watching any of it now?
Yeah.
Little bit of it.
Me, very, very small amount. But yeah, snooker did actually try and do they still do it, don't they? The snooker shootout for a significant amount of money, but for me, I just don't find it as exciting as pool. I mean, they try and make it more exciting, don't they, with the 30-second shot clock and the 1 frame thing, but I don't actually know how much that actually does for the game of snooker.
You need a cushion as well.
So yeah, if indeed Al has gone into the land of Nod, I'll leave you to kind of sum up tonight's pool then, and talk about the rest of the series. Yeah, try and talk when I've not potted a ball and they were rattling around under the table. Go on, Nick.
Yeah, you've been too strong for him. And hopefully we'll see some good games. And hopefully our partner Brian won't be snowing next time.
Classic.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think Alice is potting much here, but I'm re-spotting a ball. I think I need at least 2 more balls now to finish this one. So does this answer your question, Nick? What is one pocket?
Yes, it does, yeah.
Right. See if Alice can get that one. Good shot, and he's on again. Just a bit short there. Right, so if I can do something fancy with this ball over the pocket, I can probably have it done in a couple of strokes here.
That's one there.
So yeah, sorry, before you, in your original 9-ball doubles on the 25th of August 2016, which was actually a lot later than the match you played where you beat Alistair. actually 6 months later. And then you've lost 5-4 to Ricky Bell and 6-1 to Ron Wilson. But of course you had that tremendous 2-0 win over Chris Cotton in actual pool. And I won't draw too much attention on the fact that I beat you 2-1 in a match on the night of the AGM. I think that must be it. No, I must still need one of these balls. Oh! So if Alistair puts this, he's drawn. Has that actually happened?
What's about that? Well played.
So he's actually drawn both games 1-1. That's it. Nice, a nice twist. I didn't expect that. I don't know if the handicap changed, but no, I didn't do enough to win that one. 2 1-1 draws. So if you're playing somebody, it's perhaps a different standard to you. Suggest playing one pocket and suggest a handicapping system, and you'd be guaranteed to be in for a close match. Okay, well, until next time, it's goodbye from me, Andy Jackson. And thank you to Alan Kavanagh, if you can hear me.
No, still snoring his head off.
Well, thanks to you, Nick.
You're welcome.
And yeah, keep it real. We'll see you next time.